We're doing a high school project. We're from John Maynard Catholic High School, and we wanted to make a short documentary about money laundering.
Money laundering?
Yeah.
That's fine, it'd be a very short documentary, right? In what way?
And just none of the questions are personal, of course. Just like does it exist? Is there a benefit to like society if it exists? Just questions like that. Like foreign investment questions. Really simple, like.
Sure. I have no idea about money laundering, no. So, the police would be able to answer that question, they're dealing with it every day, so.
So straight to the point.
Yeah.
Does money laundering exist in government?
I would suggest not. All our funding comes from our taxpayers and grants from the federal government and the provincial government when they have grants available. So those are the only funds we receive.
So why is money laundering illegal?
We have no jurisdiction over that.
No jurisdiction over that?
That would be probably it's probably a federal offense, a criminal code thing, so the federal government.
Is there like do you have any like personal insight into it? Like,
No.
so does it happen in Richmond now?
I have no idea.
Well, not in government. Like has various businesses in Richmond been known to like launder money or be like set up as an operation to launder money?
I have no idea. That would be a question for York Regional Police.
So, just in question, in your opinion, who launders the most money, keeping in mind that it's like an organized crime procedure? So who launders like the most money, like politicians, gangs, businessmen?
I have no idea, to tell you the truth. As I said, for politicians, if you mean from a municipal government point of view, or do you mean individually? Municipal government, as I explained, we don't. Our funds come from our taxpayers. So, I would have no idea whether there's.
Is there ever like a moment where you might see like an indication that like a large donation has been made, like, for example?
A large donation
To the municipal government?
No, we don't have.
No?
There's no donations made to municipal government. Most times, if there's anything, it would be a sponsorship to our concerts in the park. You know, we have sponsors for that. We have sponsors for charity golf tournament. We have sponsors in that way.
And that's regulated, correct?
Yes.
So I guess regulated, make sure that it's not under money laundering scheme.
Well, it's not regulated from that perspective. Most of the donations are $1,000, $2,500. So, or most of the sponsorships, I should say.
Have you ever had a donor who's donated like a large amount of money? No. So is there like a record like donation?
Not really. Probably the most to say, I don't know if it was a record or not. Metros Properties gave us $1 million for our theater, but I know that they are counting the number of units they build and paying funds out of those units towards the $1 million commitment to our theater.
And so like in recent times, the Canadian government, and due to this economic downpour, the Canadian government has shown an increase in the number of foreign investors. So do we really know if they're like laundering money or not? So to alliterate on that question, can we regulate foreign investment?
Foreign investment is regulated by the federal government, at least in Canadian, what percentage of a company they can buy. And most times those are federal laws, so I'm not familiar with them totally, but I would suggest that there would be regulation. from a municipal point of view, foreign investment generally is when somebody comes and invests in a company in Richmond Hill or invests in, they don't invest directly in the town.
Yeah.
So we know that there are a number of people from all around the world that make investments in companies in Richmond Hill.
And just on your personal point of view, how do you look upon foreign investment? Like, you have like famous people like Donald Trump in like the news, and they're like, oh no, like screw the Chinese, we don't need them. Yet he doesn't realize that like the Chinese owe like 50% of U.S. debt.
Yes.
So like, what's your personal view on foreign investment?
I think foreign investment is a reality. We have what proved to be the most stable, sustainable, safest banking system in the world in the last downturn. And so I think people are interested in investing in Canada because they know that our banking system is solid, and that we do, as you say, regulate and look into who's investing. So I would think it's inevitable that there'll be foreign investment in Canada, and Ontario is probably a province that seems to be a bit of the economic engine. And then secondly, or thirdly, in Richmond Hill, we have a number of 50% of our residents are born outside Canada. So we have global connections as a community, individually and as a community. So I suspect there'll be a lot of foreign investment always in Canada, certainly Richmond Hill. We're finding now too, it's interesting that a lot of the companies that are looking to perhaps at some type of sustainability issues, they're finding out that the science is not necessarily here, and they're bringing in different educated people to work in their companies, and then bringing investment along with them. The business world is the global. It's not related to North America versus Europe. Or
Yeah. So going back on what you said about banking, so is there a particular attribute that makes Canada's banking system so strong and reliable?
I think probably our small c conservative nature as Canadians. I think regulations, and sometimes people are saying credit is too tight, but it turned out that it was a good thing that it was regularly monitored and managed and controlled, as opposed to the credit in the States, which just compounded itself to the point that people were buying houses with no money down and couldn't support them, couldn't live in them. So I'm sure that all the various banks in the States own more houses than the residents of the States did.